Hey, what's up? I'm Fresco Trey, and I just skipped class with a progress report. Yeah.
The progress report.
It's your girl Lalaa Shepard. This is a new edition of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report, man. I got Fresco Trey in the building. How you feeling?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm great. I'm great, man. Welcome to the platform, man. We actually got a chance to meet last night, the DeeBaby tour.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Rez. He was like, man, you definitely got to meet him. And then I saw your performance. I'm like, damn, man, this dude is talented as hell. So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yes, welcome, man.
This is a cool setup, by the way.
I'm glad you like it. You definitely are going to make history, of course, by signing a locker. So,
Hey.
I'm glad you actually got to come, here.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about it, man. Talk about learning about the tour. Like, when did you know you was gonna be part of the tour?
Probably like a month. Probably like a month and some change before it actually happened.
Okay.
I got a call from my boy. He actually managed DeeBaby. His name Tank. He called me. Tank was crazy. Tank used to be my security in like 2021. He was like my security guard, and then we had kind of just like he had went back home and stuff, and then he ended up managing DeeBaby. So he called me. But we always been close throughout the years. So he called me. He was like, "Bro, you want to get on the tour?" And I was like, "He's like, they gonna pay you?" And I was like, "Shit, yeah."
Okay, Liddy.
So it was like a month and a half before. Right.
Okay, so how do you prepare for a tour? Like, how do you get prepared for that?
Honestly, I went on a tour probably in like 2022 with this guy named Mike Stud. It was probably like a 7-8 city, my bad. Probably like a 7-8 city tour, and that was my first tour. So
Got you.
on that tour, I experienced a lot of different stuff. I didn't sell merch. After every show, I would lose my voice. I was getting sick on tour, just not taking care of myself. So all of them things that I went through on that tour, I kind of kept, like when I realized I was going on this tour, it kind of brought back, it kind of went to the front of my brain, and I like prepared for it. So, I was like working out, before the tour, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping in mind that I'm gonna try not to just like, whenever we travel, I'm not gonna try to just like be eating bad, like snacking, try to like stay healthy of some sort. I structure my set to where it's not all my powerful songs aren't together, so I can like, sing powerful, then slow it down and just let the crowd sing, So there's all of that from my first tour just went into preparation for this tour. And I think so far it's been going well.
Hell yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. Like I said, you definitely gained a new fan, you know what I mean,
so
in
much,
real
man.
time. And I remember my first time seeing Wiz Khalifa. It was like at a venue just like that. And I'm front row and I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? So stuff like that go a long way. So you did a great job.
I'm a firm believer is that, because this happened to me, a performance can make you somebody's favorite artist.
100%.
Like, my favorite artist is Post Malone.
Okay.
That's how I became a Post Malone fan. I used to listen to his shit. I really couldn't get into it. But it was like 2018, he performed in Memphis. And I watched it from my friend's balcony. And when I tell you his performance made me a super fan, so that experience with me, this is before I started doing music. So that experience for me made me take performing to a whole new level. It made me want to like, any song that I'm talking about getting my heart broke, I want the audience to feel it. Like it's been like four shows on this tour where I done had like 10 plus fans like crying because I'm talking about me getting my heart broke or the song about my dad drinking and driving almost dying. Like people be crying, so like not saying I'm trying to make people cry, but I'm just trying to make people feel where I'm coming from because I feel like that's gonna create that connection with you that's gonna last a long time. So I'm a firm believer on like your performance can be a vital aspect of your music career.
100%. And speaking of that, have you gotten a chance to work with Post Malone yet?
We haven't worked like musically, but I definitely have had a chance to like meet him, and I was it was like 20 right before COVID. I don't know what year that was, but he invited me on tour with him,
2019.
not to perform though. He just like kind of like brought me on tour just to like capture the lifestyle. So it's safe to say that we kind of like grew a little friendship, but I never like worked with him musically.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. I love my boy, but I don't know if I'm gonna work with him right now. He doing this thing with the country wave, and it's like a little too country for me.
I feel you, man.
Yeah. But he doing this thing though, selling out stadiums. So
100%. And that's real. And you know, I thought it was interesting to learn that you was from Memphis, Tennessee, because when I hear your music, you don't have that traditional what you would think a Memphis, Tennessee rapper would sound like.
Yeah,
so talk about being from Memphis.
Yeah. I feel like being from Memphis, one, me personally, I feel like what we get from outsiders on like, oh, I'm scared to go to Memphis or this or that. I feel like it ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Once you from Memphis and you know how to move and you just like, you know what pockets not to hit and you know what pockets you can hit. I just feel like that narrative is obviously true statistically, but me living there, I don't know. I feel like it's different. That's the first thing I want to say. Secondly, I feel like that it's a big culture inside of Memphis that's not just trap or drill or, you know what I'm saying, that type of music. It's a culture there that people are doing stuff like I am. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I've been able to just push a little bit more ahead than some people, but it's people in Memphis that's doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, that's super creative, just, I ain't gonna lie, more talented and creative than me. They just haven't had the opportunity yet. So I feel like it's a wide variety of stuff in Memphis. I just feel like that musically, people just liking drama feel stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. The backstory behind it, the adrenaline behind it is interesting. People want to go and really like look into it and figure it out. But for me, I would just say I grew up playing basketball. I ain't had like no music, you know what I'm saying, background growing up. I ain't started doing music until I was like 19, 18. So I was playing basketball. I was traveling playing basketball. So that was kind of Memphis for me. I didn't really listen to a lot of Memphis music, nothing like that. Like I was listening to Kanye West, John Legend, stuff like that. So for me, you know, Memphis was just like, Memphis is a big basketball city too. So I was just hooper. I was playing basketball, you know what I'm saying, traveling, playing for the big AAU team and stuff like that. But I don't know, when it came to music, I guess it was kind of hard for me because like it is different. And you know, like I said, there's a lot of people who ain't prevailed doing what I'm doing. So for me, it was just more of like, I just had to just like force feed it to people. And you know, now it's to a point where like they understanding it and they respecting it and they loving it. You know what I'm saying? All of the people fucking with out of the city, they come to me for a hook or, hey bro, I want to do a tape with you or da da da. It was just me force feeding. And I feel like that's with anything. This was clothes, merch, your podcast, you know what I'm saying? You just force feed it enough, people they're gonna eventually say, all right, you know what? She ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Let me give it a shot. So that was it for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, that's powerful, man. So go deeper into what you mean by force feeding, because I was going to ask you, like, so how did you build your buzz? And you've been doing music for a while.
Yep, since 2018.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Like, you know, how did you build your buzz and go deeper into what you mean by force feeding?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to assume. I feel like I know what you mean, but I don't want to assume.
I think just staying the course. You know what I'm saying? Staying the course of what I believe and staying true to myself. And you know what I'm saying? Not swaying just because, you know, instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in that phase where still force feeding and still, you know what I'm saying, because I have a buzz, but I'm not gonna lie, my biggest buzz not in my city. So it's like, I'm still in that mode where I'm still like making people respect it. So I just feel like for me, force feeding is just like constantly like promoting myself. You know what I'm saying? If it's ads on Instagram, if it's posting my stuff 24/7, like just constantly doing it. You know what I'm saying? If it's working, keep going. Like, I got songs that if I post it right now, it's gonna go viral. Some people, you know what I'm saying? But these songs I'm talking to you about, they like 3 years old. Some people look at that song and be like, yeah, that's an old song, like, believe it. Me, I'm like, if I ain't got 7 to 10 billion streams on this song, everybody ain't heard it.
Thanks.
So I'm keeping pushing, I'm keep forcing it into their face, like, you know what I'm saying, different types of content. You know what I'm saying? I'm performing in different cities. I'm capturing me, performing it, posting it. Like, I'm just force feeding it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my idea of force feeding, is just catching it. My pops always told me if a person can hear something 7 different times or 7 different ways, then it's gonna stick in their brain. So that's kind of just like my philosophy on it. You know?
Hell yeah. That's too hard. So let's get into, you know, some of those records from last night, man. The Dark Souls joint. Super, super hard. And I seen, you know, that when you started it over, you know what I mean, make the ladies connect. Yeah. So talk about the joint.
Yeah. Dark Souls, that's like, I was going through a time where, you know, obviously I was making a lot of heartbreak stuff because I was going through stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that caused me to be heartbroken. And I feel like Dark Souls, it was at a point I was just like, look, I still want to make music towards the women, but I don't want to be sad no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sad. Like, I'm in a whole different part of life. I'm independent. I got my own label. I'm stable. I'm in a happy relationship. Like, I'm not sad no more. So I feel like music is a figure. It's like a figure of speech. It's art. So like, I shouldn't have to, just because I got a little popularity off this type of music, I shouldn't have to stay there. You know what I'm saying? All my favorite artists, shit, like, they do a lot of different things. So I was like, I should be able to do that too. And when I made Dark Souls, I had that song for like a year and a half, and I was just trying to, I was posting it, but it wouldn't do nothing. Like, that wasn't just capturing it. But you know, I just said, you know what? Everybody I played it for in real life, in real time, it was like, bro, that song, it. So I just, you know, I had one piece of content I had posted, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of people, went viral, and that was it. And, you know, it captured a lot of people. Just was like reaching out to me, trying to hop on a remix, trying to get on it, and I don't know, I knew that song was special, so that's how that came about.
For sure, man. And of course, man, the record about your dad, man, that was deep. And I love how you shared that with the audience. So can we talk about that record here?
Yeah, of course.
The times like this.
Yeah, of course. You know, like you know, you was at the show last night, but for the people who weren't, probably like, I think it was like 2023. My dad, he had been sober for like 10 years, 12 years. And, you know, with being like, he my manager, you know, we started getting traction and started being on the road, moving around and stuff like that. And, you know, his temptations all over. And, you know, he started, you know, taking drinks here and there. But this one night, we had a fashion show back in Memphis at home, and the whole family was there. And we always drinking. And it's like, sometimes I be kind of like putting it on me because I feel like I shouldn't have let him get back into doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's like my dog. Like, we had real conversations all the time, so I feel like I should have been more of like a friend and let him know, like, bro, like, this ain't what you need to be doing. Like, stay focused. But, you know, he had like a few too many drinks that night and whatnot. And I remember vividly, my mama, she called me while we was at the place, and she was like, hey, come take me home. Cause I wasn't really drinking like that. She was like, hey, come take me home. Like, your dad too drunk. Like, I don't want to ride in the car with him. So immediately I just got kind of like in defense mode, because my dad, he like one of them people who always got it figured out. So I'm not really thinking to be like, hey, let me make sure he make it home good. Like, I'm thinking he good. Like, I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking he's straight. So I get my mama, I take her home, make sure she good. And I go out to the club. And when I'm in the club, my phone in my pocket is loud, whatever. My dad, he called me twice. I ain't see it. So my phone is in my pocket. And when I pull my phone in my pocket, a close friend of ours, he worked security at this cigar lounge that my dad had went to. And he texted me, he said, hey, he said, check on your dad. He just left here driving real fast and he was drunk. So when he sent me that, I instantly left the club. Because in my head, what I'm thinking I'm finna go home and him and my mama probably arguing on some drunk shit. Not thinking nothing else. Like, so I'm driving home from the club and I'm doing like 100, like trying to get home. And I don't know why, like, I look to the left and I see a truck on the side smashed up. And mind you, I'm doing 100. I hit the brake. I'm on expressway, 2 in the morning. There's no cars. I'm probably like a mile ahead up. I bag up on the E-way, a mile. I bag up. I pull over. I ask the police. I'm like, hey, who car is this? They ain't even say the first name. They just said Davis. That's my last name. I'm like, I fireball to the hospital. I get to the hospital. I'm like, hey, can I see my dad? They like, nah, he in ICU right now. We can't let you go back there. Like, he unconscious. I won't know if he gonna make it. So they told me go home. I'm like, I can't go home. Like they like you can't let you go back there. Like, they was like, we're gonna call you whenever, you know. So this is like 3 in the morning. So I go home, probably like 5 o'clock. I get a call from the police officer. He come to the house. He bring my dad belongings and stuff. Still nothing. So I stayed about like 8. It's like 8 in the morning. the hospital call. They like, y'all can come up here. You know, he in a coma, but y'all can come see him. So we get to the hospital like 8. We weren't able to see him till like, it's 8 a.m. We ain't able to see him till like 9 p.m. We up there all day, just sitting in the waiting room. So I go back there, I see him and stuff, he all messed up and stuff like that. But fast forward, he in a coma for a month. And they constantly telling us like, oh, he gonna be out in 2 days, or he gonna be out in a few days. It never happened. He never get out. Stuff happening. He break all his ribs. He broke, I think, how many ribs we got? 22, 24? How many ribs we got? He broke like 18 of them. Let's say that. So first that was the case. Then I guess during surgery or something, he caught pneumonia. Then during surgery again, his ribs punctured his lungs. So blood was getting clogged up in his lungs. It was just like a lot going on. So fast forward, it was like a month process of that going on. And I remember I had to go, it was like New Year's. I had to go to Denver for a show. And I went to the show and stuff like that. And I came back. I had to go to Vegas for a writing session. And I went to the writing session. And mind you, this whole 5-week process, I'm trying to make songs, but I just can't, because like I'm thinking about my dad, and I'm thinking about me missing his calls, and I'm thinking about all that. So I'm in Vegas, and the day, I forget what day it was, but I remember I was sitting, it was a guy named Dan Klein. I'll never forget him. We was in there, and I'm trying to make a song, but I'm having writer's block. And I never told him what was going on, but he sent me, he like, hey, bro, like, it's like spiritual. He like, hey, I feel like you holding back on something. Like, this is my first time meeting him. He was like, how I like to write music is, I just like to talk about what's going on in your life, the people's life, and we make a song about it. And I was like, bro. So I sat there, and I had tears in my eyes, and I'm telling him about the stuff that's going on with my dad and shit. And he was like, bro, we didn't make a song about it. And the dude, my boy Blake Wiseman, he was in there. He was just playing the guitar. And I remember he was playing the guitar. And I was just talking about the shit that was going on. And I don't know, I just kind of like,
Nah, man, that's real shit. It was dope to see him on stage with you, man.
I ain't never really told this story for real. But I was just thinking about like putting it out on myself for real. But we made the song and stuff. I finished it. I had got a call from my uncle, and he was like, my pops he just woke up from his coma. And I sent it to him. And the rest was history, like, I don't know. My pop is like my best friend, bro.
Hell yeah. And just, just having him on stage, like, was that his first show, or he came out to the other shows before?
He be at everything.
Okay. Respect.
Like,
Respect, man.
Like, right after coma, like, they tell him he got to sit down for 6 months. He ain't on none of that. Next show, he there. Like, he gonna be everything. Like, from basketball to everything I did. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, I dropped the song and stuff, like, it was from a real place, like, so I told myself, like, I was signed at this point, too, and, the label, like, they really didn't want to put no, like, they didn't want to do nothing with the song and stuff, but I had told them, I was like, that was like I told them I was like, put my own money behind that song, because I just, like, I felt so, like, close to that song, so, like, I put it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, my own budget, my own money from it.
Respect.
It performed real good, and when it started performing real good, like, the label tried to get behind it, but by that time, I was already, like, figuring out my like, how to get out of my label, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, that song just, like, Brian even cried about this situation. Like, even when it was happening, I ain't cried about this shit. I don't know, I just feel like, it was like a pivotal point in my life. That's what me and my pops. Let me get my shades.
What's been some of the feedback and fans, feedback just from that, from that record?
People doing what I just did to me, telling me that, I'm helping them through situations they got going on with their, mom or pops or friend, I had one lady send me a long text message about how her son, whose name was Trey, he died in a drunk driving car accident, and what was crazy is his dad had similar, and that was his favorite song was Times Like This, and his dad had died from a drunk driving accident, and then like probably like a year later, the kid died, and that song was just his favorite song at the time because of his dad, and I was just like, that was just crazy. So this has been a lot of just like motivational, like people just telling me how I'm like helping them through situations and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Nah, it was definitely that song definitely resonated with me, man. And talk about the label situation, like, pros and cons of being with a label, and why was it important to get yourself out the label? Are you out of it?
Yeah, independent. Pros and cons, I feel like being with a label, it taught me a lot of stuff about the music business. It taught me how the music industry really work, you know what I'm saying? How they really move in the music industry. I would say my experience with it being a label is definitely, I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for it. It's not I'm saying like fuck labels and nothing like that, because as an independent artist, this shit is expensive. It's not even for people who got a little buzz. It's still expensive. So the funding that they give you and stuff like that, it definitely is valued. I just think being independent, you kind of know how you got to where you are. A label, a lot of times they don't watch you grow. They just see from when you now. They don't watch you grow until who you become. They just see who you became. So when you become, when they get you from who you became, they try to get you in and like say, okay, we're gonna change this, change that. But like, bro, you know what you've done to get all the way up here. You feel me? Like, so I feel like that's the part about being independent that I love, is that the freedom that I have to stay that person that I was to get to where I'm at. And, I just feel like even when I went independent, like I think a month out there being independent, 2 months, I went up 300,000 followers on Instagram. I went up 1 million followers on TikTok. Just being who I know that people like for me. You know what I'm saying? So I looking back on it as a young kid, I wanted to get that money. I wanted to move out my mom and them house, and I wanted to, you know, but with the knowledge I got now and the patience that I got now with this shit, because it's not like you got one in a million who can hit it.
Man.
One hit wonders, but not one hit wonders, but
that
first song get a hit.
I know what you mean.
But the patience that I got now and what I know now, at 19, I would have stayed independent. I would have stayed independent. I would have got a distribution deal or something, and I would have stayed independent owning my masters and stuff like that. So, because
Respect.
when you got motion, bro, them independent checks look good.
Talk about it.
They look good. When you build yourself up, and them BMI checks start coming in, them royalty checks start hitting, them sound exchange and sound checks.
Yeah.
They look good. You hear me? So you just gotta be. It's patience though. You gotta get there for sure.
100%, man. And it's what you saying that you get paid or you getting paid to be on tour. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know a lot of times artists pay to be on a tour. So, realistically, what does it look like being independent now? Like, how do you break down your budget per month when it comes down to promo, marketing, all that stuff? What does it look like for you?
I think that right now, I'm at the spot where I'm all in. It's like, obviously I got, payroll, you know what I'm saying? I got other bills, back home and whatever. But when it comes to like, ads and promo and whatever, I'm really at the point now where I'm living like I'm struggling. And I say that because I'm putting everything into the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I can go out and buy this jewelry or buy this car or go to the club and do this, but it's just like, I know I can do that in abundance if I just lock in right now and put all my bread into my dream and my goal and my product. You know what I'm saying? Because good dope sells itself. I got good dope. I just need more people to be able to taste the dope and hear the dope. And you feel me? When I do that, we good. We lit for life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at that point right now where I'm sacrificing. So I'm all in right now. I'm all in.
All money in. Love that, man.
Yeah.
Respect.
100%.
Respect. So you still keep up with basketball?
Yeah. 100%.
Who you think gonna take it all tonight?
I think that OKC gonna win, but I want Indiana to win.
I do too.
I want Indiana to win, man.
Yeah.
I want my boy Halliburton to do it, man.
For sure. What did that look like for you when you did stop hooping though? Like, was you good mentally, emotionally, or
When I stopped hooping, I was great. I was free. I felt free. My dad was mad, but I was free because like I had like D1 offers and stuff. Like, so my dad, he thinking I'm finna try to take this as far as I can, NBA. With them checks they getting, I damn near feel like I should have tried. But I just felt by the time I was in 12th grade, I fell out of love with it. Like I'm going and like I'm getting scholarships, going to these camps and stuff. I'm just knowing in my head, bro, y'all not gonna see me. Like, so it was one day my dad was like talking to me. I was like, hey, we gotta figure out where you gonna sign. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even trying to do that no more. What? He ain't talking to me for about 3 days. But I told him I want to do music. Music. And then he was like, you know what? It ain't my job to tell you what to do. It's my job to get behind you and help you figure it out. So we just been rocking it ever since.
Too hard.
Yeah.
Too hard. Man, this was definitely an amazing episode, man. I got to ask you one final question for this particular episode. Our keyword, progress. What does it mean to you?
Progress?
Yes.
Progress, to me, it means just keep putting one foot in front of the other. It just means evolve. It means constantly figuring out what's next, how you can, you know what I'm saying, keep pushing forward. That's what I think progress is, man.
Love
it's
it.
Them goals. Put them goals on that board and keep chopping at them. Every week, every month, look at them goals and see how close you are to them. That's what progress is.
Love that, man. Where can people find you at on social media? Also, too, where can they see you in person at?
Fresco Trey. Fresco Trey on all platforms. FRESCO TREY. That's on everything. And I'm on I'm on tour with DeeBaby right now. We got a few more shows. We got like Amarillo, a little bit. We got
I think y'all doing Houston next.
We're doing Houston. No, I don't think we got.
Okay.
I don't know about Houston. No, I don't know. Dallas.
Okay.
And then what we got? What's another one we got? That's it. Yeah, there's like 3-4 more shows left.
Dope.
And then I ain't really told them about this, but I'm supposed to be going on another tour. When is it gonna come out?
I mean, still tell us, but it's gonna come out not this week, but the week after. So
okay.
tell us.
Okay, yeah. I'm going on tour with K Count in August. And starting in August.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I saw the flyer for that recently too. So good for you, man. I love that.
Yeah, so man, I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed, man.
Working.
It's
good for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, this was a phenomenal episode. Salute to you and your team. Thank you again for tapping in. We got some gifts for you off air. But this is the Progress Report, man. We out.
Appreciate y'all having me.
The Progress Report.